This video is not sponsored by Bolt Graphics in any way. But what is a Zeus GPU? Let the reindeer show you. To the computer. Bark. 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 Hi, Gustomine here. I'm tired of using NVIDIA products, and I've stumbled across a new company called Bolt Graphics looking to reinvent the wheel when it comes to GPUs. Wow, that GPU looks sexy. Introducing the fastest graphics processor ever. We've built a completely new graphics processor to enable faster renderings and simulations for users in creative, gaming, and research industries. So we can learn more. Architecture and design. Bring photorealistic graphics and simulations to your projects without waiting for your renders. Gaming. Play your favorite games with real path tracing enabled without reducing performance. Dramatically reduce previs, dailies, and final render time without changing your proven workflow. Yeah, sounds pretty good for this reindeer. HPC, leverage Zeus for accurate and fast physics simulations. Kinda sounds like what NVIDIA failed to do with physics. I'm mainly focused on gaming here. Key features. Level up your game. Our graphics processor finally gives developers the ability to create the games they really want. Real-time path tracing. Before, ray and path tracing features limited game performance, forcing developers to make compromises to visual quality. Now developers can deliver their full vision without performance compromises. Zeus GPUs enables real-time path tracing at 4K 120 FPS. With at least 25 samples per pixel. Wow, the 5090 be looking dumb. Large memory capacity. Spend less time optimizing assets, geometry, textures, and particle simulations with at least 32 gigabytes of memory capacity. Plug and play. Update existing games or build new with support for major engines like Unreal Engine, Unity, and developer tools like Blender, Maya, Nuke, and Houdini, while gaining the benefits of both market-leading technology. Unmatched density. Build, host, and seamlessly scale massive worlds and experiences with servers that intelligently schedule and isolate users for unmatched density. Our solution finally makes cloud gaming profitable for developers and hosters. Finally, accessible. The best technology shouldn't be limited to only the most powerful systems. Volt technology is accessible to all, whether on mobile, in a console, or streamed from the cloud. Elevate your productions. Spend less time optimizing and more time storytelling. Increase the complexity of your models and reduce time spent waiting for renders. Key features. Experience the world's fastest rendering solution. Learn how our solutions can accelerate your production process, delivering stunning visuals with unparalleled efficiency. Market-leading rendering performance. We co-designed Zeus alongside Glowstick, our production path tracer, to achieve the fastest performance on the market. 10x over the 5090. That's on a certain model, by the way. Portable and quiet. Achieve data center class performance on the road without racks of loud servers that interfere with filming. Extremely low power consumption eliminates the hassle involved in traveling with and maintaining liquid cooling setups. Plug and play. Glowstick supports Hydra delegates, enabling direct interoperability with key software packages and ensuring consistent results across platforms. OpenUSD provides a fully composable scene hierarchy that can be directly interchanged between content creation apps like Maya, Blender, Houdini, and Nuke. They've also integrated the ASWF Material X standard for material exchange and look dev. I have no clue what I'm saying here. If people do, say it in the comments. But yeah, this reindeer's kind of, I don't know, dumb at this type of stuff on the computers. How it works. Unlock your project's potential. Discover how Bolt empowers projects across various industries with advanced graphics processor solutions, tailored support, and comprehensive integration services. What is path tracing? Path tracing simulates how light interacts with a scene or environment, providing realistic reflections, shadows, and more. It can be used to create photorealistic renders like a camera, or stylized renders that blend artistic intent with physical form and lighting. Path tracing is utilized across industries like film production, architecture, game development, product design, and advertising. It has grown exponentially over the past few years and can now be used to create the impossible. But most people have no idea about the process behind creating these digital assets, even though it's both industries' go-to rendering technique. The film industry has shared the most about creating path traced visuals and models. So we have compiled some videos showing the process to get a path traced film. Rendering before and after ray tracing. Before, after. Reduce your power consumption without compromising performance. Not only does path tracing take a ton of time, it also consumes a considerable amount of power. A small installation of 500 modern CPU servers can consume 550,000 watts when rendering, according to them. As electricity costs rise, we are aware of the added cost of running this power-hungry hardware. Unfortunately, most render farms have a combination of newer and older and even less efficient CPUs. So that number is likely much higher. Those older CPUs are even slower and more power hungry than newer generations. To help put power consumption into perspective, the chart shows common household appliances compared to high-end GPUs. And apparently this high-end NVIDIA GPU assumes 160 hours a month of medium usage. And they say, speed of visuals, have it all. Currently adding rare path tracing features in real-time application games, real-time renders. Metaverse experience lowers performance by more than half. A game without rare path tracing can achieve 60 FPS plus. The same game sees less than 30 FPS when ray traced shadows and reflections are added, and closer to 15 FPS when path tracing is enabled. We hear terms like real-time path tracing, but know that it's not there yet. Architects and designers can walk through the 3D models in real time with their clients, but it's not the same visual compared to the fully rendered video or image in their presentations. See the slider comparison above. Zeus, a revolutionary GPU. Our customers came to us asking for a better 3D graphics experience and to reduce their power consumption. So we completely redesigned the GPU to give architects, gamers, artists, and researchers what they need to change the world. Wow, holy heck performance. And they support a lot of applications. This video was mainly rendered in 4K. But we work with these other resolutions in the future. But I'm an augmented identity, and with multiple frames and 18 of us, it can get really cumbersome on the amount of VRAM we have to use. Sometimes we have to have one of us cut from the videos, which honestly the Zeus GPU could probably solve. And that brings me on to my next point, ray tracing. This is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 at 1440p max settings. We can't exactly get this one to run at 4K with ray tracing, but maybe on Zeus we could get it to work. And yeah, the ray tracing is a mod. It's a skating game. And yeah, the reflections look pretty good. But yeah, if you want high FPS, here's a demo of Sonic X Shadow Generations on a 60Hz panel running at 240 FPS via FrameGen. It was so speedy we couldn't even beat the level. And honestly, in a Sonic game, you gotta go fast. But this pushes the limits of like our NVIDIA GPU. It's quite crazy. And not the type of FPS you would expect. But this type of performance in 8 gig GPUs being a thing at all, in NVIDIA's lineup kind of makes me want to first-person shooter this GPU. But oh well, it will have to survive the recording. Eight-pin PCIe power connector, 2x DDR5 SODIMMs for upgradable memory, 32GB LPDDR5X, PCIe Gen 5x16, DisplayPort 2.1A, HDMI 2.1B, yeah, fuck NVIDIA. And behold Zeus. This reindeer will see you later. Gustomine reindeer, Gustomine IT guy, out. Bark, 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 bark. Anyways, that's some examples where the Zeus GPU excels. NVIDIA GPUs don't. I'm gonna relax now. See you later. Bark, 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 bark.